Kurczę, podlewanie o 3 nad ranem. Koszenie o 7. Przesadzili. Jesteśmy po pierwszej nocy.
Hello guys! Have you ever grabbed a big backpack with all your bivouac stuff and simply get out for an adventure? That's what we did. After a few minutes of heated discussion, we decided to take up the challenge of traveling with backpack and paraglider using only public transport or hitchhiking. And all this to find places to fly in a new unknown territory. We plan to visit Tenerife, Morocco, and maybe try to fly above the desert sands of Mauritania. The first day of our adventure, about 1.5 hours after the plane took off from Lyon airport, we had to land in Toulouse due to the serious health condition of one of the passengers. Our arrival in Tenerife was delayed by 1 hour. We looked out the window impatiently. Our mountain began to emerge from behind the clouds. We knew we were getting closer. We saw raw landscape, only rocks and lot of open space. At the airport we were greeted by a strong wind. We were dismayed because we had a paraglider and the harnesses in our backpacks. We came there with the idea of flying. Everything was in question.
So here we are at Tenerife Zoo. It's very windy, that surprised us. Tomorrow probably will be raining, so we decide to rent a car to explore the island.
This is my voice.
Even in the rain. There is a beautiful volcano, about 3,700 meters. There is a lift, like telecabin, but we probably walk on foot.
At first we wanted to rent a car, but that would be against the nature of our trip. Our first thought after landing was to do some shopping and get a tourist gas cylinder.
Hello guys, this is our first day of project Bivouac Biplace Night. We have just arrived at Tenerife Zoo. We make big shopping in Aldi, we buy eggs, some salt, rice, but the problem is because we can't find touristic bottle of gas, it's really hard to buy. Probably we can't eat tonight something hot, but no worries, we have the beach so close to us. This evening we're gonna make bivouac by the coast.
We took turns looking after the backpacks while the other person looked into nearby shops to find what we were really needed. Different connector, that was the problem. Luckily, there were a large Chinese market in the city with lots of useful stuff. The next thought was to get to the beach for a swim, along the way looking for a suitable place to spend the night. We set off on foot. The weight of our backpacks was already taking its toll. We managed to catch a ride, but the driver only dropped us off at the estate where he lived. Luckily, it wasn't very far to the promenade. We continued on foot. When we reached the coast, we were a bit discouraged. The beach was rocky. It was hard to call it a beach, really, rather a walking or jogging area and small bays for collecting clams. The sun was almost setting and we had no idea where to spend the night. So we went deeper into the city, towards the campers that were parked in the distance in the wide area. There we could count on some isolation. On the way we passed stones and what looked like solidified lava. Then dry and prickly bushes and cacti. Always a bit of living nature on this volcanic ground. When we reached the ocean shore near the camper, the view was not encouraging for a swim. To get to the water, you had to step on large stones. Besides, the water seemed black and impenetrable, and all because of those rocky bottom. Watching the sunset, we carefully stepped into the water, let our feet to rest.
Dzisiejsza noc spędzona na polu golfowym. Same niespodzianki. Poranne prysznice, potem koszenie trawy. To są jedyne miejsca, gdzie jest zielono i naprawdę jest prawdziwa trawa. Prawdziwa trawa. Dbają o to bardzo. Kurczę, podlewanie o 3:00 nad ranem. Koszenie o 7:00. Przesadzimy. Jesteśmy po pierwszej nocy. Jest 8:00 rano, idziemy się wykąpać. Słoneczko właśnie trochę się przybija. Tak tutaj wyglądają plaże. Rozglądać się jeszcze zanim zajdzie słońce. Osłonięte, no, namiot do środka. Osłonięte od wiatru. Myślisz? Toaleta?
W toalecie już się rozumie.
Hello. We try to hitchhiking on that main road. We're waiting 15 minutes, but nobody comes. You can go faster.
We tried hitchhiking, but it didn't work at all. We wanted to get to the popular paragliding town, LiQWYD, to fly. It turned out that the island has a fairly well-developed public transport.
Ostre wszystko. Zobacz, no jakby taki popiół, ale...
It is worth asking the locals which bus to choose to get to the place where we need. Tickets were extraordinarily cheap. For a few euros, you could travel a distance of 30 kilometers or more.
Tak wygląda lądowisko. LiQWYD.
We finally arrived, late in the afternoon, to our destination.
Wow.
Despite the clouds cover, there were a lot of people willing to fly. We still had to do some research for next day. Where is the takeoff area and how to get there? While eating dinner, we enjoyed the views. There was something completely new, like we have as usual. Mountains, only mountains.